no gain. No pain, no gain. No pain, no progress. No pain, no victory. No cross, no crown. So let's look at this word pain for a few moments. The definition of pain, read.
It means trouble.
Trouble.
The effort that it takes to accomplish something.
I really like that one. The effort that it takes to accomplish something. How many know you got to put some effort in what you're trying to accomplish? And how many know that you're going to feel that? Read.
It means affliction.
It means affliction.
And agony.
Agony.
Anguish.
Anguish.
And distress.
And distress.
It means to hurt.
To hurt.
Misery. Torment.
Read.
It means travail, torture.
Torture.
Travail.
Travail.
And tribulation.
And tribulation. So when you are experiencing any type of pain, this is what you go through. You have trouble. The effort it takes to accomplish something. Affliction. Agony. Anguish. Distress. Hurt. Misery. Torment. Torture. Travail. And tribulation. And we don't want none of that. Watch this. Without any of this, you're not going nowhere. Let me say this again. Without any of this, without any trouble, without any affliction, without any anguish, without any distress, without hurting, without misery, you experience all these things before you move forward. And I need to say this because people don't preach this. And when we start going through this, we think something is wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. This is, say, neighbor, you're going to have to be crushed. If Jesus was crushed, you think you're going to get around being crushed? If Jesus was pierced in his side, if he was lied on, if he was misunderstood, if he was talked about, you think you're not going to be lied on, abandoned, mistreated, talked about by people? You're fooling yourself. Shout, neighbor. No pain, no gain. No pain, no progress. That's why many of us stuck right now. We want no pain. I want to be healthy, but I want to exercise. I want to lose weight, but you don't want to stop eating. I want to get out of debt, but you don't want to stop spending. Shout, no pain, no gain. If you're not willing to pay the price, sit down. Let me go over this again. This definition for pain is trouble, the effort that it takes to accomplish something, affliction, agony, anguish, distress, hurt, misery, torment, torture, travail, and tribulation. And we are trying to get around all this. All right, let's look at the word definition for gain. Read.
Resources.
When you gain, you get resources.
You make progress.
You move forward. You make progress.
You increase.
God adds to what you already have.
It's an advantage.
You 3 or 4 steps ahead of the game. I'll put it like that. Read.
It means to win.
You win.
To arrive at.
You arrive at wherever you're trying to go in life.
To profit from. And we all expand.
So no pain, no gain. So if you're not willing to experience the pain, you're not going to be able to have any resources. You're not going to make progress. You're not going to increase. You're not going to advantage. You're not going to win. You're not going to arrive at. You're not going to profit from. You're not going to expand. Why is that important?
Oh, that's good.
Watch this. Most people in church, I ain't just talking about this church, church in general, they only come to church because they want something from God. We don't want to give God nothing, but we want all this stuff from God. Say, neighbor, it ain't happening. I guess that's slang. It ain't happening. You want to get in shape? You want to be healthier? You're going to have to stop eating all the crazy stuff that we eat. You're going to have to exercise. You have to put down the soda and pick up the water. See, we don't want to do that. We just want results. You won't be married, but you're not sweet. Oh. Why you won't be married? I'm going to preach this tonight. No, come on, I'm coming through. I'm coming through. That's what you have to do if you're going to get far, if you're going to move to the next dimension. We holler this stuff, talk about new level, new devil. You don't believe that. That's real talk. When you start moving up in God, it brings out the worst in folk. A lot of stuff we just be saying. No, new level, new devil, for real. What's the new devil? A demon you never experienced before. An experience you never went through before. That's what a new devil is, new level is. So if you freaking out with the little devil you got now, how you want to go to another level? You just talking. You just running your mouth. Shout, no pain, no gain. All right, let's get into our scriptures tonight. Romans chapter 8, verse 17 through 18. Read.
And if children,
then heirs,
heirs of God.
What's an heir? An heir is someone that has a right to an inheritance. So whatever belongs to Christ, it belongs to me also. Read.
Heirs of God.
Heirs of God.
And joint heirs with Christ.
And joint heirs with Christ. Read.
If so be that we suffer with him.
If we suffer with him. Somebody say if. If means there's a condition attached to what God want to give you. Read.
That we may be also glorified together.
That we may also be glorified. This word glorified means to be blown up together. So if you want God to blow you up, you got to be willing to suffer. Oh, God. See, we don't associate suffering with blessings. But some blessings we can't handle if we don't suffer for it. You name it and claim it all day. Some stuff that God want to do in your life ain't going to happen and without going through. Want me to tell you why? Because God know. Let me take the children of Israel, for instance. They was in Egypt suffering for 400 years, 420 years. God brought them out wealthy. They was loaded down. They was gold. They gold everywhere. God gave them that gold for the temple. You know what they did with that gold? They worshipped it and made out a golden calf. So all the suffering they went through to get what they got, how you forget God? But that's what we do. So that's why it takes so long for God to bless us with certain things, because he want to take you through enough so when he bring you out, you don't start tripping. Oh, God, let me deal with this. How God blessed you and now you disobedient. Oh, y'all know I'm going to deal with money. God gave you all this money or gave you a house, so now you got a house. Now you can't tax. You got to pay your house note. God didn't do that. If God give me a house or a car or whatever, and now I can't tithe as a result of it, God didn't give it to you. You got to pay this house note. You got to pay your tithe? Y'all ain't going to like me tonight. The blessings of the Lord make it rich and added no. So if I got some sorrow behind this man, it wasn't God. If I have some sorrow behind this woman or this job, this new house, this money, then it wasn't God. How many know the devil can bless you? The devil can give you stuff too. Go to Matthew chapter 4. I ain't saying go to, I'm saying he took Jesus all the way on at the top of the pinnacle of the temple and said, if you bow down and worship me, I'll give you this. How God blessing you, you the backslid, you don't come to church no more. Or it could be God, you just can't handle it. Listen, I ain't against nobody getting married. I want you to be married. But I understand what you go through when you get married. So I'm going to try to encourage you not to get married. Y'all ain't going to like that one. Want me to tell you why? Because I've seen people get married and they don't stay married 6 months because their expectation about marriage was wrong. I'm going to discourage you not to be a pastor of a church. Go and step out. No, don't step out. Because if you step out, you better know it's God. Want me to tell you why? You know how many people I've seen step out and pastor and they never get off the ground. Want me to tell you why? Because it never was God. Being a minister is different than being a pastor. And let me tell you something about pastoring. Pastoring ain't this. Preaching. You know what pastoring is? I need to sit down and talk to you. That's pastoring. Pastoring ain't preaching. Pastoring ain't talking to folk. Pastor is when you call, hey, I need to talk to you for a minute. That's pastoring. And if you can't pastor your house, if you're not holding people, if you ain't holding your children accountable in your house, if everybody running amok in your house, how you gonna pastor God's house? You scared of everybody in your house, but you bold here. I'm finna show you something. Because you know why? Somebody say why? Because our motives are wrong.